Gates W. Adams here with GACTradingPro.com. Let me start off here. I'm running a little behind this morning because my charts went a little haywire on me again. So let's start off real quick with this here. Let me see here. That there. Well, we're almost getting there. Here we go. Make sure you understand trading involves risk. Make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. Okay, so let's get that out of the way here. All right. I'm having I'm having some chart trouble here. Which begs the question, Gates, why don't you get your chart set up much earlier instead of right before you start trading? Well, the answer to that is that my day starts at 5 and is pretty jam-packed right up until the time that I start trading. And it just hasn't necessarily occurred to me because, you know, most days it just kind of starts back up. I mean, it should be. I've got these workspaces set up and everything should just be pretty simple and self-explanatory, but it's not. Anyway, as you can see from this, I've got, I don't know what I've got going on here. I mean, this is just orange lines everywhere. These would be dynamic magnets. Again, it kind of comes down to that. There are so many of them that they're kind of meaningless at this point. So I'm going to wait for this NQ 10-tick chart to finish loading and calculating and doing what it needs to do and see if it's still on there. If it is, I'm just going to remove it because that's not doing anybody any good. Now you can see it. Sorry about that. It's just, it's been a morning. Yeah, yesterday I was out of power for about 7 hours again. And kind of changed the trajectory of my day, which just threw me a little off. I mean, that's a me thing. I mean, there were things that I still could have done and gotten taken care of, but I just felt so thrown off and, well, quite frankly, eventually really, really cold. So... it just shoot. Yeah, see, now here's problem number 2. I'm 10 minutes off. My chart is 10 minutes off. It's happened before. I don't really know why. Let me check my connections. My connections seem good. For crying out loud. All right, well... First and foremost, let's remove this because, I mean, that's just absurd. And again, kind of part of me thinks I've got these somehow set up wrong. Imagine that. And unfortunately, I've struggled to connect with the people that might be of some assistance on this. So anyway, I'm going to save this workspace and I'm going to close. My charts were on when the power went out, and I guess my battery on my laptop, I left them on unknowingly as the battery slowly waned on my laptop and eventually gave out. So I had a full power down unexpectedly with my charts open, with my connections open. I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it, but regardless of whatever it was, it's, well, kind of screwed my stuff up here. So I screwed my stuff up here. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm just going to probably have to just start everything all over again. Which means I might have a little bit of a delayed start in trading. But if you're new, if you're a relatively green trader, my guess is this is a fairly common problem. I think it's safe to say that in the spirit of just having an idea of how things go when you're getting through the learning process and developing skills and doing all of the things that you're trying to do when you're new, this ranks on them. It pisses me off. I'm going to be real honest with you. It totally infuriates me, but it is definitely part of the process. So, and of course, we're dealing with so much friggin' data that everything just takes a minute. I mean, my internet's solid. My laptop is incredibly powerful. It's a benchmark of like 45,000, which, if you know what that means, you probably have a better idea than I do. But my understanding is that means it's pretty friggin' powerful. Which when you're trading, of course, that you kind of need that processing speed to do things just like this. Imagine if I was trading on a, what was it, 6-year-old desktop like I was last time I tried to do this. Yeah, you think I'm frustrated now? I mean, there were definitely some challenges back then. So anyway, now all of that said, none of my indicators are coming in right. Let's see. Am I still jacked on time? Yes, I am still jacked on time. Now, my question is, does the chart reflect real time and my time just show off? Or is this showing what was happening 10 minutes ago? I don't know the answer to that question. So let's just start friggin' over. Okay. All right. I know this is a fun thing to watch in a stream, but if you want to click out and click back in about 10 minutes, so be it. All right. Okay. Now, whoops, my connections are good. Unbelievable. Okay, so we're doing NQ. Let's start off with the diagnostic charts. I'll just start from the beginning. Hopefully I remember all of my settings. Gonna cross our fingers. We want tick replay here. I only wanted to load 3 days. Somehow those charts were set at 5, which was not how I had set them up before. But clearly, anyway, I don't know what clearly means right now. Clearly, I am struggling with certain aspects of this process. So let's pop open our 10-tick NQ. Diagnostic 10-tick. I don't like the alerts. They're loud and obnoxious. They irritate the shit out of me. Hey, by the way, if you haven't figured it out already, sometimes I cuss. Here's the thing. I'm just going to be me. We're all adults here, I presume. I don't think we have a lot of minor traders that would have any interest in watching my feed. All right. Number 2. All right. That's still calculating. I'm going to let those two finish calculating before I load the 30-second chart. Just so I can, for starters, get everything out of the way. And, whoops, that doesn't need to be that big. How's that for a nice little balance here? On the upside, I mean, I'm a month in and I haven't exactly done great. And all things considered, if I had a $50,000 evaluation, I wouldn't have lost it yet. I mean, I'd be into month 2, but that's not really that big a deal. Okay, looks like 30 tick is good. So we're going to move that over here. And let's see here. Indicators. Order prints. NQ30 tick. Yeah. I believe that's all I need to do on that one. All right. You change the name and it has to recalculate everything. Ain't that fun? Whatever. I'm all good. It still appears to be 10 minutes behind. Fuck. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to respond to my kid, who is a very sweet boy. I say boy, he's 16. I like to think he's different than most 16-year-olds, but the reality is he's probably pretty different than most 16-year-olds. So. Oh, I'll wait. I'll do that while I'm waiting for the next one, till next iteration of this to load. Okay, so let me get this over here and fix my indicators. Why is it 10 minutes behind? Man. All right. Well. NQ30. Yeah. All right. And copier. NQ. Make sure that's showing. And here's the thing. I need these babies, and I am at least going to try these again. Yeah, okay. So let's let that do its thing, and I'll respond to the kid. Okay, well, I think we're getting a little further ahead here. Yeah. Headway, anyway. Okay, so while that is finishing, let me open, dang it, my third chart. There we go. New, come on. That doesn't usually succumb. All right, I got another NQ chart here. Oh, for crying out loud! Yeah, they're still absolutely everywhere. All right, well, oh my God, look at that 30 tick. Do I have this set up right so you can see? Yeah, you can see that. Crying out loud. All right. On this one, we are going 30-second chart, no tick replay, simplicity and Q, default, label, okay. How's that for a fun start to the day? Now, can anyone explain to me why the damn things are 10 minutes off? Yeah. First, let's... Oh, God. I mean, that is just friggin' painful. Dynamic magnets. Gone. All right. Sorry for all of this. My hope is that by the end of the day, it'll all be worth it. What do you think? Fingers crossed? Oh. Yeah. God almighty. That was just downright painful. I have to shrink those up here in a minute. Oh, hang on. And it's super hot a minute ago, which is ironic considering how cold I was yesterday. But now that I have power, I have a heater on. I guess I went a little much. So, holy crap. Well, hell, I guess the chart really has only barely reached past the dark zone anyway. So, how much have I really lost? If you've been sitting here watching me, then my question is, how much have you really lost? 10 minutes of this bullshit. Sorry. I promised real, didn't I? Real includes frustration. Frustration includes some words from time to time. Alright. That's it. I stop apologizing now. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I am seeing a pink dashed line on my 10-tick chart. I don't know what it is. What I do know is that I've heard people reference it, and the reference is that it's a very strong level. And so as this is printing, I'm just going to identify a couple of things here. So, well, you can't really see, but it looks like about, according to the who knows 935. So it looks like it hesitated at that pink bar, and then it came down and pushed past the pink bar, but it hesitated and got some clusters right before and after it. Shot up, came back down, bounced pretty much right off of it, and then off and running. So I guess I should probably find out what that is. I don't see them very often. I guess that's part of, oh, for crying out loud, 20 minutes in. There we go. Shit. Oh my god. Okay. So again, somebody please explain to me how I can read and identify what's going on and then effectively execute a trade when there's just zipping like this. But anyway, we'll come back to that later. Okay, so yeah, sitting at 940. It's currently 950. All right, well, I am going to just I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't know what's going to happen. I might place an order, and I mean, it's all sim, so what's the worst that can happen? But I might place an order and find out that, excuse me, that it executes an order because I have no idea where the current market is because it's 10 minutes later. Or this chart could be correct and the time could be wrong. Or everything could just be lagging 10 minutes and I could be playing a 10-minute-old game. I don't know. It was. The kiddo again. There's nothing I'm going to be looking at right now. I normally wouldn't do that, but I guess I set a precedent today, so I'll just just kind of let things roll here. Okay, so looks like we might have the makings of transition into a short trend. Yeah, all right. Well, for what it's worth, the kid wasn't feeling good yesterday, but he's feeling better now. So at least that makes me happy. Am I going to bounce off of that? Not quite. Oh, here's the other thing. I was going to try putting this one over here and putting this one over here and making the focus of my day the quick trades, whilst adding a component of taking the move if this chart tells me to. The question is there any chance of me taking a scalp on this 10-tick chart considering the friggin' pace? Look, if it bounces off of here, maybe I got a shot. No. And then to adjust, seriously. So, in case you didn't hear yesterday, I've ordered a couple more monitors and a cool little setup so I can get myself set up with a pretty dang cool monitor setup. But I will have 5 screens. I'll have the laptop screen and then the 4 monitors, so that I can just manage more things going on. One of the things that I really want to do is get a DOM set up. I do think that it's probably going to be easier to execute trades on the DOM. My mouse has been a little funky lately, and I wonder if it's just because it's wireless. I did at some point say I was encouraged never to trade with a wireless mouse. And I'm now wondering if I'm feeling the pain. Maybe. So, anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's just mouse settings, but I'll fiddle around with that because this has just been, it's hard to kind of get on that exact spot. And if I'm trying to do this really quickly, it's messy. But in terms of setting up the DOM, I will have probably one of my screens turned, what's that, portrait? So that I can see very, very deep on the DOM. So with the speed of movement of NQ, what I found is that when I had it on, in fact, I've got it now. I'll show you. I'll try to show you, but this is maximized, and I can't move it around. Oh, no, I didn't open it up on the new one. Anyway, it didn't matter. As it hits the top or the bottom, it adjusts the numbers. So basically what you're seeing is closer towards the middle. And so you might be about to click an entry on there, and it is shifted. So I figure if I have a really long one on a portrait set screen, it'll keep it a little longer, and maybe that'll help speed up the process. The other thing is I kind of need to do that just because ultimately I'm going to start trading the micros. I mean, this is great for practice, but when it comes to, an evaluation and, trading for money and all that kind of good stuff, I think it's a better place to start. Yeah, I think everybody thinks it's a better place to start. So it'll be, see, there's that pink dashed line. Let's see what happens. Boom, right off of it. Struggling. Struggling big time. Didn't bounce right off of it that time, but it definitely is hanging out. So I need to figure out what that pink line is. Yeah, this is very hard to trade. For crying out loud. Oh! Okay, well, I give it more of a shot, but I mean, yeah, the other thing is I was given a link to a video that kind of explains how to manage specifically NQ, its pace, and the two charts together, which I'm going to be real honest, seems like an impossibility. I don't think it's an impossibility. I know it's not an impossibility. But anyway, I was going to watch it yesterday. It was fully my intention when the power went out. Okay, I'm going to be real honest here. I used it as an excuse and did other things that really weren't on my list. I could have watched it on my iPad. I mean, it was a little sketchy on the connection speed, just because I think with the power out, with so many people in the area, that everything was pretty laggy and bogged down. But anyway, I could have watched it either on my phone or on my iPad. But sometimes you just got to take the environment around you as a sign. So I did. I worked on some other things. It wasn't completely unproductive, but I was just not feeling sitting there watching a training video. So, okay, see now I got a pink straight line, and it looks like my mini magnets are now pink. No, because that one's white, and that one's kind of white and dashed. I got some homework to do. It's Friday. I got the whole weekend. Let's work with that. Yeah, so we're... let me focus this chart here. All right. Well, we're so deep into this long. I mean, I can tell you where I'd have got in if I had followed that. That would have been an early entry. And I would have gotten in like right about here. So about 73, 75-ish. So what are we? About 40 points off. That'd have been a nice run. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I mean, see, it kind of gives me that extra low-risk entry, but we've had, so far, one, it's like 2-ish, 3-ish, 4, 5-ish, 6, I'm going to call all those together, like we've had 6 of these. How can I possibly justify taking number 7. Well, I mean, there's obviously a very aggressive trend, but you know what happens when I deny the rules? I take the one that proves me right the other 6 times and wrong that time. Oh my goodness. So, I don't know. Is it losing steam? Maybe. I mean, if we just have enough of a turnaround to turn these bars red, then we can start the process over if it wants to continue going up. I'd have to turn them both red. Shoot. Look at this. Fuck do you trade this? Ugh. There's that pink line again. Oh, look. Bounced off it twice. Pink dashed. What the hell is this? It's not going to tell me, is it? It is not. Ugh. Is it going to give me the red? So that I can start the process over and maybe take some longs here? Well, it did. Huh. Jeez. Yeah, just hovering right there on that pink. Alright, we're going to have to go ahead and focus this up. Yeah. Seriously. It's a little choppy. But, well, it's a lot choppy. I don't know if it really wants to push long, which it looks like it might. At least that was enough to give us that little bit of a reset. And in doing so, oh, crying out loud. Okay, so let's put the chart trader on here. So that I can have a different. Okay. That one's at least a quick one. So that I can at least have a different ATM.
Order filled.
Shoot. Dang it. Not exactly what I had in mind. Let's just get
Order
out of that.
filled.
Jeez. Whatever. 35 lucky dollars. Shit. Sure, I'm glad I closed that. That would have bit me. And there we go to those double lines there that it wants to pass through. And there it goes. Which means it will now probably get that shift. And we've shifted. There's a couple of double, I guess it's a deviation in a mini magnet. Well, we haven't completely shifted. Yeah. Yeah. I need to leave that on focus. I'm going to struggle to pass through that for sure. So, what does that ultimately mean to me? Almost an hour there. Uh, it's 3 bounces. And now it's going down. Man. Aggressively. There we go.
Order filled.
Whoops. No! God dang it.
Order filled.
That's twice. You know what? They canceled each other out. Look at that. I don't really want to take that. I want to take the low risk entry, which yeah, 2040. So I am looking for a long, not a short.
Order filled.
All right. There is a proper low risk entry. It's got me out before the spot where it's struggling. Let's see what happens. Pretty clear along the way. Now it's wanting to fight. Put that short together.
Stop filled.
That sucks. Okay. So it'd been a good place to bounce off of, but man. Chop it up. That's a big old bar. All right. Looks like it absolutely wants to make it a short. Yeah. Until it doesn't. Seemingly not. Let's see what happens here. Possible setup bar. not a setup bar. That is some rangy business right there. Still right over here in the pink line neighborhood. Shit. Yeah. Alright. Setup bar. And official entry bar. All right. Well, we're going to retrace and get close. Let's see if we have one of those low risk entries. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Chopping around pretty good, but where's the retrace? The retrace is what we need. Now, that's all shown. Oh my God.
Order filled.
All right.
Stop filled. I have no idea where it took. Ah. What's going on? Let me put it this way. All the training videos show screenshots. You know what's not happening on a screenshot? Marketing and moving. Dang it, man. All right. I'm done. I'm done with NQ. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. I am trying. Everybody says, yeah, NQ, that's the way to go. All right, I'll be right back while that loads. All right. What are the chances it's showing the right time? It is not showing the right time. All right. Oh. Da-da. Let's move this baby over here. Okay. So YM it is. Focused. Focused. I really don't understand this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and remove it off of that. Shoot. Planet level, okay. Yeah, all right, so I guess it's... Whoops. I gotta take it off. I'll just double click it. I don't know what the hell I just did. All right. All right. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got all excited and thought maybe, just maybe, the time would be right. Not so much. Crying out loud. I mean, see, still this is just so heavily obstructed. Yeah, about an hour on there. Okay. Did I have a valid entry? I've still not had a valid entry on that short. Okay. So we're going to take a few moments and just focus on this one. I say this one. The 10 tick for scalping. I don't know what the... Jeez, man. That one is already foregone. Yeah. Looks like we'll get a valid long, maybe. We cross that. I have a valid early entry. Does not look like that's what's going to happen, maybe. Okay. Let's focus it. And, yeah, well, my LR, my ATMs are correct. Okay. So, valid setup bar, maybe? Yeah. Not sure it's safe to say that's a valid setup bar, because I can't really tell. It's angling up. So do we want to continue short? Let's trend here. Yeah. Overall, we're pushing short on the 30.
So I'll have to break those to, I guess that's those. Yeah. Okay. So, potentially valid setup bar again. If we can make it past that. And we've made it past that, so we've had a valid entry here. So where the hell do we buy market? I don't know. Where are we going to retrace? Yeah. Well, got a move going. So when we pull back down to that magnet, that's there's something. We've definitely got some challenges to get through, but we've turned it around for sure. I say for sure. We've turned it. I need to stop saying that. That was bad verbiage right there. All right. So if we get a retrace, enough of a retrace anyway. Quite enough for a retrace. There we go.
Order
That's
filled.
enough for a retrace. Right up to that wall. I'm good with that. Well, that technically did not get me out. So I'm solid. Dumb thoughts that cross the mind from time to time. Oh, come on. Where are we struggling? Well, let's push past that magnet. It's new, it's fresh. We got this. There you go.
Target filled.
All right. I was never so excited to be at zero. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's just not showing my entries and exits correct. You know why? Because it's 10:26, and this is showing 9:26. So I don't freaking know. Yeah. Well, let's take a look back. Yeah, that was early. So we're just coming back up to this level. I think it's safe to say that there is a lot of resistance here. Look at those two heavy duty 30 tick mini magnets. I don't know. I really think we're going to break through that? I don't. Yeah, I guess we got no news. Friday. Late Friday. Okay. You're trying to give me a valid long entry, so we really wanting to push past those? If so, then I think we got a shot at settlement. How far up is settlement? Okay. So that's the setup bar. This would be the entry bar. But guess where it's struggling? No setup. Potential setup bar again. Yeah. We're struggling here, so perhaps we'll have a nice little bounce. But I don't want the long one. I just want a quickie. Nope. No dice. That is not a valid third bar sling. Oh, for crying out loud. I'd take a bounce off of that.
unless it doesn't give me a signal. Range, chop. I mean, a bounce off of that would have... Oh, shoot.
All right. So, setup bar. I believe we've decided to go long. Are we going to have an entry? All right. There's still a lot of garbage up here in settlement. I wouldn't. I'd have to have a target before settlement, or something. But I don't have a setup yet. There's the setup. Nope, there's not a setup. There's a setup. So it's officially set up. Right there at settlement. Really? We don't have exhaustion there? Look, why am I taking something off settlement? Come on, Gates, you know better. Yeah, I'm not far enough away from settlement to want this. Well, no. In fact, those friggin' settlement blues. Get out of there. bounce again. And it would have to get a blip away. That's a double. Not really a double, but it's an ETX. Clearly a strong bounce point. And then we've got the momentum star. Yeah, we're just getting closer and closer to settlement, so, well, where my entry would be, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. See, it's just struggle, struggle, struggle. Clusters are the word I'm looking for. My entries are nowhere near the bars. Took a long entry there, all the way up to there, but that's not where the market's trading. I know my stuff is jacked. I don't know. Clearly having a problem there. I stayed out of it. It's at settlement. I'm behaving. Well, that could be an early entry short. Alright, so give us the entry. Oh man. I need to get through that. I have to get a little further away. See, this is why you need 2 charts, or 3. This one is saying do not get in here, even though this one is giving me that low risk entry. Alright, so I'm feeling good about that. Now if we can barrel past it, with the looks of an elevator. There goes the cluster. Got the elevator. I got that. I guess that's ice. Ice volume zones. Yeah. See?
I need another valid entry. It's okay. Maybe it'll do it lower this time. Entry. It's really choppy. Okay, so I think it's safe to say we've had a valid long entry. Let me get the hell out of that range. Don't want anything to do with it. Are we going to take out some of these obstructions? Maybe? Yeah? Perhaps. Keep going. Keep going. I need that one gone before I'm willing to take a long. That one's gone. And a new one right below it. Seriously. I mean, I might need a little more visual here. Come back down and bounce off of that one. A nice little retrace. Elevator. Looking scenario. Didn't mean that one. A couple of bars.
Order filled.
Yeah, I like it. Man. That might have been a perfect execution. Do I want to add? Alright, so I'm going to target just a couple of ticks below that, and I'm going to do the follow thing. So, we'll see what happens. So we'll either move up to the target or we'll get out when the bar closes below the solid green line on this one. Let's see what happens. There's a little elevator there. We are getting close. Alright, you know what? We're going to move that down to 75. We're going to let it... that would be 60.
Target filled.
There we go. Man, I pushed through there pretty good. All right. So, I think it's safe to say that on that note, I'm going to end the day. Still don't know what is going on with the timing on my chart. I mean, that's just kind of messed up. I mean, it's like a 10-minute lag. I don't know. Weird. Anyway, it might be impossible. It's going to be impossible to review what I took because of the chart mess up here. Okay. Oh, how is that for a target? Look at that. Man. Right there in the right space. Okay. So, feeling that one pretty good. Okay, guys. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys. This has been a great day. I'm liking YM. Yes, it's because I had a good start. Whoops. No. It's because I had a good finish to the day. But anyway, and I overcame the challenges that I had on NQ. So, I mean, that stands to reason. It makes some sense. So, for now, I think that we're going to go ahead and take a moment and stick with YM for the foreseeable and reevaluate maybe middle of next week after I've got my new setup going and everything's all good to go. So anyway, nice little wrap up. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I have not had view of my feed because of basically the fact that I've been using all of the screens for my charts. So if there are any comments, I'll jump in and respond afterwards. But thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. God bless. Have a great weekend. And I will see y'all on Monday. God willing, I will have power to start the day and we'll be good to go.